Where is it? Okay. I most likely am gonna have to clean this because it's been here for a while and my keyboard and everything's dusty, so I'm gonna have to clean this. So here we go, might as well. Huh? I'm gonna make some tea. Cause like, I'm doing a video, but I have to wash it first. Oh, it's fine, I'm not putting you on here yet. It's already open, but I think this is how you make tea, so I'm gonna think. And then microwave, because why not? There. Wait. I'm pretty sure I did this right. I'm hoping I did this right. And now we just dip like this. I think, wait, is this where teabagging came from? That makes so much sense. Yeah, and then we're gonna do the other thing, because why not? This became freaking cooking tea with freaking Chris. Jesus Christ. And now for the grade A honey, because why not? I mean, this is gonna be fucking bitter, and I don't want that in my life, so might as well fucking do it. So, I mean, shit, how do I transfer that? Okay, fuck it. Shit. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, let's switch back now. What's up, everybody? It's Chris, and I'm back to react. Now, today we're going to be reacting to a specific animator and his new video that just popped up a few minutes ago. Sultan Sketches School Friends featuring Illymation, I think that's how you say it. But before we get into that, we need to get into the proper setting. We need to get into the proper diameters, or whatever the fuck you call it. And to do that, we're going to take a little trip before we do this. And y'all are coming along with me, so let's get right into it. Knowing Sultan, he's probably gonna say I fucking did this wrong. And it's still hot. It tastes sweet though. Anyways. And now we got cookies too. Anyways, let's go into this. Might as well get how into this we go into, so let's go.
Wherever you are. We pray for our sorrows to end, and hope that our hearts will blend. Now, I will step forward to realize this wish. And who knows, starting a new journey may not be so hard, or maybe it has already begun. There are many worlds, but they share the same sky. One
Kingdom Heart letter, right?
Destiny.
That was the theory.
This is kind of cheesy.
No, it's not. I think it's romantic.
Well, sure, but it's kind of sad. It sounds like she's writing about leaving him.
Is that sad, though?
Well, if they care for each other, yeah, of course it is. She shouldn't leave him.
I think life is a journey. It's not a straight line, it's not one path, it's a huge mess.
Yeah, I agree.
We really don't know where we're headed or who we'll meet and who we'll stay with. But despite all of that, we all share the same sky. We're all connected under the same stars.
Sorry,
so,
moment.
No matter how far away we go, we're never truly alone.
You must really like this game. When did you become a poet?
I do! Now, here, play it. I promise you will not regret it. That's my only copy, though, so make sure to give it back to me.
Why do I sense foreshadowing?
Alright. I'll play it.
Yep, foreshadowing.
I'm titling this series as The Kelly Saga. This is a story about 4 friends. 4 people who came together and the events that transpired to bring them together. If you've seen my bullying videos, you'll know a little bit of backstory about this, but it's fine if you haven't seen them. I'll explain them in a little bit, but if you are interested in those videos, they'll be in the description and the information card. This story takes place at the beginning of 8th grade.
8th grade. Okay.
In primary school, I didn't have any friends. I thought I had friends, but it turned out I didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't until Deku, my next door neighbor, made me realize that I didn't have to be friends with people just because I wanted to fit in. And so, even though I was associated with Deku and another girl called Princess, I went into high school not having any friends. I was alone, but I was happier. Better to be alone than to be surrounded by people who pretended to be your friends.
Mm-hmm.
However, to say I wasn't lonely would be a lie.
Obviously.
As time passed, our class became extremely competitive when it came to competitions with other classes, and because of this we became comrades. We worked hard and
So like
supported
school
each
festivals in anime.
other. I decided I wanted to be like Deku. Someone who was confident. Someone who everyone looked up to.
Let me pause that. No! I get where he's coming from. You admire somebody so much and you want to become that person. You want to be like this. You want to be like that. You start picking at their traits. You want to get them. And it's already 3 minutes in and I'm already picking on this poor Sultan. Well, I'm picking Sultan. But I get that emotion because I recently had to do that. Or I recently thought that. And it's not worth it. But let's see what else he says before I continue to pick on this tsundere.
Someone who people felt comfortable talking to. I left my timid, secluded self in the past, and from then on I made an effort to become friends with people who I thought were good. And that's exactly what I did.
Yes.
I didn't become super close to anyone, but I did make a lot of friends. People who were actually in Deku's friend circle. I didn't have any best friends, but everyone was so nice to me and it felt so good to be included. I wasn't invisible anymore. I was present because I decided that's what I wanted to be. And it was amazing. Now, I'm sure most schools have at least one of these, but in Deku's friend circle there were some girls who were extremely popular. The queen bees, if you will.
Yeah.
We're going to be focusing on two of these girls. One was named Melissa, who you may know if you've seen my Haunted videos.
From the Haunted series,
and the other was named Kelly. These girls knew basically everyone, and it was pretty obvious that everyone respected them. I never really had a conversation with either of them, but we did hang out in the same friend circle. The class I was in, 7S, was an enrichment class. This meant that the people that were in the class were placed there because of their academic skills. When the next year rolled around, there were some changes made to the class. A few people dropped out of the class and some people moved into the class. Luckily for me, I stayed in the class and so did my friends Deku and Princess. But then...
Did Kelly join and Melissa? Well, here we go into the little animation sequence. Let's go. That walk, though.
Oh. Hey, Sultan, come over here.
What's up, Deku?
Look how lucky we are. They all moved into our class.
Sultan, we can exchange our comics in class now instead of lunch.
Dylan! You got transferred to our class? That's awesome, man.
Hey, I'm Melissa, and this is Kelly.
Hello.
I know who you girls are. I think everyone does.
Don't say it like that. It's embarrassing.
I'm not exaggerating when I say it took about 2 days before we all became extremely close.
That happens
Sultan,
sometimes.
Kelly,
It's fine.
Dylan, and Melissa. We called ourselves SDKM. All we needed was an opportunity. And from that opportunity, we realized that we really, really liked each other. For the first time in my life, I was in a friend circle. And I mean really in it. We sat together every day, during class and outside of class. We had a group chat, something I had never been a part of. We told each other our secrets, who we were crushing on, and anything else you can think of. I loved them with all my heart.
No.
My first real friend group. Dylan was the artsy guy. He drew like me, but he was way better.
Hold
He
up
used
a
to
minute.
sleep
Hold
over-
up a minute. first of all, it does take a while to find your group, and sometimes people just click when you become friends. And it's fine to, you might get a little antsy, you might get a little bit impatient, but it does happen. And it just takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. I sound like a broken record, but it's true. And you will have more than just one friend group, but there will always be those friends that you stick so close with that even if you fall apart, you're still going to be there for each other. Like, it's there. And also, artistic, better, excuse me, hold up a minute, and I know what I'm gonna say. Sultan is most likely gonna be like, oh, but like, that's my opinion, you know, like, that's what I want to say, and this and that. Okay, hold up a minute. Even if there was a friend that was better at drawing than you did at the past, you do improve, and obviously Sultan has improved, even though he's like, shut up, like, no, fuck you. You have improved, and I am going to continue watching this video now before I say anything else, so let's just get
At my house, and we would stay up to the late hours creating stories and characters and watching anime. Dylan had a crush on Melissa, and after a while, they actually started dating.
Aww.
They were so cute together. But even though they were dating, they never let it interfere with our friendships, and I really respected them for that.
That's a really good thing.
Melissa
That's really hard to find,
was
not
my
gonna lie.
ride or die. We spoke 24/7, and she and I were as close as two people could be. I told Melissa every single one of my secrets, and so did
I
she.
mean, you should have listened to
She
her
was
about the whole
person I
lucid
would run
dreaming,
to
but you
if I
know.
ever needed something, because I knew she would always have my back, and I would always have hers. And then there was Kelly. I wasn't as close to Kelly as I was to Dylan and Melissa, but we still were very close. She was an extreme gamer, and since I was too, we would spend all of our time discussing games and trading recommendations of games we thought the other should play. Kelly was actually the first person who introduced me to Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts,
Oh.
and I'm
Foreshadowing.
still eternally grateful to her because of it, since they are still my favorite games to this day.
I'm still scared of that. I'm sorry.
I remember one woodwork session. Me and Kelly decided to sneak off and create wooden swords based on the swords you start with in the game Kingdom Hearts.
Mm.
We got in a lot of trouble for that, but it was worth it. We got to
Explain
keep our
the wooden
swords.
sword and the intro of
Because
his damn
these guys
videos.
were my first real friends,
Nice.
I drew art for them every single day. It would be drawings of the four of us, and even though they were terrible, my friends kept every single drawing I gave to them. And that meant a lot to me.
It's
In the
thought that
game
counts.
Kingdom Hearts, there's a fruit called the Pauper fruit. It's shaped like a star, and the legend behind it is, if you share the Pauper fruit with someone, your destinies become intertwined.
Mm.
No matter how far apart you are, you'll always be brought back to one another.
Mm.
Me and Kelly promised to find a fruit similar to the Pauper fruit, so that one day we would share it and we could be friends forever.
So is that why it was
Before
in
we
the
did,
intro on
though,
top of the sword?
I
Because you
drew
both
Kelly
built
a
them
present.
together?
We used to joke about growing goatees and having them long enough to tie together, so I drew a picture of us with goatees, and they were tied together. On the drawing, I wrote the words, connected, whether you like it or not. It wasn't a Pauper fruit, but for now,
It was
would be a
something.
substitute. Until the day when we could find a star-shaped fruit and share it.
Isn't there some in the world? Is there?
These were my friends, my treasures.
I think there is.
These were the people that I had in my life, and every day I was grateful to them. Every day I reminded
Nice.
them I was grateful. Every day felt like a dream, and I never wanted to wake up. Because I became closer to them, I also grew closer to the other friends in my class. Every lunchtime, we would sit on the stairs in front of our class, all of us, and we were happy. I was happy. So very, very happy.
I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want it. No. I don't like that. I don't like it. Pause. When I saw this fucking photo, sorry, I'm cursing! Sorry! But when I saw this photo on his dang Instagram, I know it's supposed to be happy, cheery, like having friends around you, but the fact that he solidified himself in the fucking middle, the fact that he's just smiling, the fact that everybody else is smiling and he's just there, just tells me that something's wrong, something happened, there was something that he wasn't showing. And also, I had to take a really quick second glance at Melissa's and, I forgot his name and I'm watching this video, hair, because I thought he was wearing like a black crown because the hair intertwined, and then I realized it was just hair intertwining. But I don't like this. I have this feeling, and I had this feeling when I saw this picture, when I saw the other ones, and knowing Sultan, he had some things behind this. And I mean, it's not bad, but I feel like something's gonna come in here right now and I'm just gonna be like, fuck you. Sorry. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's too silent. The music's too soft. Okay, that image. Hold up a minute. Let's focus on the phone. Sorry.
Hi. What's up?
Shock face. Mm. Mm.
Do you think he's okay? It's been a week and we haven't heard a single thing from him.
Something must have happened.
We know what happened.
Mel, how can you say that?
You're both thinking it. I know Salt better than anyone. He wouldn't act up like this without... I don't want it to be true either, but...
Oh, his hair changed, his steps changed, the color palette changed.
Sultan! You cut your hair! You haven't been to school in a while. Is everything okay?
The air around him changed.
Sultan?
The colors, they're gone.
I knew it.
Okay. Song choice, obviously targeting the fucking heartstrings. Oh, shit. Okay. He doesn't have the ring yet, the black ring. The theory that I shared before about the ring is slowly starting to make a little bit more sense. The reason why the colors are gone is you see everything in a dull light. You see everything taken away. You don't see everything as bright as before. And it sucks. So either somebody died, cueing the blackness, which black signifies death and endings, or there's some things that went around that should have not went around. I get why this is called School Friends though, because this is kind of also testing your friends. There's always going to be obstacles. Maybe I'm wrong, but there's always going to be obstacles in your life, and you find out who are your true friends and who's not your true friends when there's certain times that you need them. And sometimes you get surprised by the result. But that's just me speculating. That's just me a theory. Like, that's probably not what this video is about. That's so good. Anyways, what else is there? As I was saying before, it is fine to change yourself. It is fine to be confident. It is fine to want to be somebody different. But you should do it for reasons of your own. You shouldn't adapt for another person. You shouldn't copy another person. Like, thankfully, Sultan, he adapted in a different sense. He didn't get self-destructive like I did. So that tells you a little bit of like difference of personalities, that you either get destructive or you actually adapt and you continue on. I expected myself to be a little bit more. He made it seem like I was going to fucking roast him and pick on him or something on Discord. But no, there's a lot of foreshadowing in this. There's a lot of things that have to do with friends, obviously. And it's gonna get tricky from here, everybody. It's going to be another month before we see what happens. Not only am I excited, I feel... A part of me feels like I'm going to be a lot more invested in this one than I was with Princess, because friends have always been an issue for me personally, as a lot of you now know why. So I hope to see what this will bring. I hope to see what lesson will emerge. I hope to see what kind of encouraging thing will happen. But as for right now, there's so many things that could have possibly gone wrong. And there's another thing that I wanted to say. When you're lonely, guys, even though you have friends, even if you have friends, sometimes you're still lonely. And that's a whole other case to like bust open. And to just abruptly have that sense of dread come into your life that abruptly when you're happy, it changes everything. You want to forget everything. You want to change how you look. You want to change how you act. You want to distance yourself from everybody because you don't want to talk to anybody. You don't think anybody's going to listen to you or understand you. There's so many factors about it. God, I'm rambling. I'm going into too much into this, and I'm just like, Damn, I should finish this tea. It's fucking bomb. But yeah. Ow. I can't wait to see the next part of this. I'm super excited. I am going to rewatch this to see little things that are hidden throughout it, because after watching a few of Sultan's videos lately, I've noticed the little things that he fucking hides, because he's fucking Sultan. He's a sadistic jerk. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching that reaction, and please have a very beautiful, unique, weird day, just like all you guys, and I'm out. So